Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, PattSun, and do you remember this video that I posted over a month ago? Well, guess what? OP just posted the final update, and we will be checking that out today. And as per usual, if you've already listened to the first video, you can skip to the timestamp on your screen right now, but if you haven't, don't worry, the entire story will be compiled in this one. So without further ado, let's begin. When does it start to get easier? Posted by Reddit user 1ad1078.
Hi guys, life has been extremely difficult in the past few days. I was with my now ex for a few years and life was great. We had our ups and downs as anyone does, but as a whole, the relationship made me feel like the best version of myself. I genuinely thought that this was the one and we would have gone down the whole marriage and kids pathway. For the last 4 years we've been working like crazy to save up for the deposit to buy our first home. And we had actually got there and were exchanging contracts next week. Life was great and we couldn't wait to move into our first home together. About 2 months ago, my now ex went on holiday with her best friend for 3 days, which was great, but it was lovely seeing her having a nice trip. She got back, everything was normal, and we carried on preparing for the move, buying more stuff, and just genuinely getting ready. It was her birthday last week, and before we moved in I saved up to take her away for her birthday as a present. It was brilliant, and we got home last Friday and I had to nip over to my parents' house quickly for 20 minutes. Within that 20 minutes, she decided to tell me over text that she cheated on me, twice within that holiday that she went on with her friend. I was trying to find out why, so I was asking her like why? Why only tell me now? Why carry on without telling me? But she's blocked my number and all of my socials, so I'll never even know. Not that it would probably even help, but I just wanted some idea to potentially try and close off the thoughts and the whys. I genuinely feel broken inside. At first I just felt anger, and as time goes on I'm just feeling like a shell. The sadness is unreal. I genuinely don't care anymore about anything. And I can't even work because I can't even focus. I went to her place to drop off some clothes I had on set, and she unblocked me to purely say that if I go round without any consent again, she'll get the police involved. I feel so lost, hurt, confused, and just genuinely beyond sad. I'm a strong person, but sometimes it just feels like I'm not strong enough to keep up with all my emotions. Now for OP's update. Hey Reddit, it's been a while and a lot has happened, 175 days to be exact, and some people wanted an update. Here's the update for those that want to know or care to read. At the time of my last post, I was mainly angry. Understandably, there has been no contact from my ex at all, both ways, nothing at all from her, and I've not reached out at all either. Through reflection, I've understood that she was extremely narcissistic and I was sadly being emotionally abused. While it shouldn't be, as a man, I felt it quite embarrassing for myself. How did I not realize? How was I so stupid? But ultimately, it's not on me. There's bad and good in this world, and I know that I'm a good person and nothing I have ever done meant I should have deserved this. Her friend messaged me actually. I think she was drunk, saying that my ex actually cheated on me 3 times instead of the 2. It was full-on sex and not just kissing, not that it makes it any worse, etc. At the time, I think I got through the pain, and it was a lot of pain, through my work and going to the gym. Sadly, a month after this news I was made redundant too. I'm still in this role, leaving at the end of this month. During this time, I crashed hard, and I felt lows that I've never felt before. Full-on depression, I developed anxiety, and my mental health was truly in the mud. I often had thoughts where I considered that I couldn't cope, and I wasn't strong enough to continue to deal with my struggles. It was and is terrifying to feel unable to feel safe and comfortable in my own mind. However, I reached out for help. I rang my local doctors and got prescribed medication to help with the anxiety, and it has seriously helped. However, the deep sadness wouldn't shift. I know that I'm extremely lucky to have this, but through my work I can have 6 free of charge counseling sessions. Last month, I felt extremely low again, more than usual, and I decided to seek this help that was on offer. I've had 2 of these sessions so far, and while they're extremely hard, I'm proud that I've actually reached out. I'm not a guilty person. I've just been a victim, and I realized it's time to focus on me. It's time to heal. It's time to move forward. And it's time to live and work towards the happiness and success that I have yet to see this in world. It's a work in progress, but I'm getting there. I'm starting to understand, and I'm starting to regain everything that I have lost mentally. I've also started a TikTok account that has some calming videos to help anyone, suffering or not, to have a moment's minute of peace. We deserve it. I'm not begging for followers. I genuinely don't care about that at all, but if you feel like it might help, then it's Mindful Minds 1. Everyone here on this page, you're strong, you can heal, and you can find the love and happiness that each and every one of us deserves. Love yourself.
Forget about dodging a bullet, you dodged an artillery shell. Look, man, she was the lowest of the low. She was just using you, not caring how it hurt you. I'm glad that you got out of that relationship before marrying her or even having children with her. You're walking down the right path. Continue to work on yourself. Pour yourself into your career. Start new hobbies. Start going to the gym. Maybe even join a sports team. Find your old friends and catch up. Engage your mind in things that truly make you happy. The update to my progress. Posted by Reddit user 1ad1078.
Hello again, guys. It's only been 33 days since my last post, but it's been an interesting few weeks. A few things have ended. My redundancy period at work came to an end, and so did my counseling sessions. I'm now currently unemployed looking for work. But I'm using the time to focus on myself and my healing, while also looking for work, of course. The counseling sessions have been an absolute game changer. I was in such a vulnerable state, if anything, to myself during my first post and slightly less so on my second. I was lost and troubled with what had happened, that some moments I genuinely couldn't see a way out or past those times, and it was extremely scary. My mindset has changed and so has my mental state. I no longer feel depressed on a daily basis, and I feel lighter and so much more at ease with myself, the past, my thoughts and such that crop up in my mind. Like anyone, some days are still hard, but that makes us human. But instead of being stuck in that depressive loop, I'm bouncing back much quicker, and the hard days are now 1, 2, or sometimes 3, and then I bounce back up. I've accepted what has happened. It's not on me, and it's not my responsibility to understand or process anything more. It's happened and it's ended. I'm focusing on myself to use this traumatic experience to help make me a stronger, calmer, happier, and better person to myself and others. I'm seeing these 2 chapters ending as a sign that the book of them times has come to a close. I have so much more to live, see and do, and I want to live again and experience this all. Of course, I'm not perfect now and I never will be. The past has left a scar that will never be forgotten. With time and self-care, the wound will fade and I will grow even more. With this acceptance, I'm regaining my self-worth and confidence. I'm journaling a lot, focusing on meditation to calm my mind and being assertive with myself and my needs and wants. Thankfully, since my relationship ended and the home purchase fell through, I've had some spare money laying around, which I'm extremely thankful for. Because of this, I've booked myself a solo trip away for 4 days for my birthday in 2 weeks. Because hell, why not? Life is getting and is better. There's still and loads more room for improvement, but I'm in a place that I could never imagine I would be in right now a few months ago, and I'm so glad I'm still here to enjoy the future.
Happy birthday to you, OP, and enjoy your trip. God, this is such a positive update. Thank you for posting again. Onward and upward. Godspeed to you, my friend. And now for today's second story. Finally split with my wayward partner. I'm broken. He's joined dating apps. Posted by Reddit user throwaway8483832.
So I finally split with my wayward partner on April 30th, 13 months after finding out that he'd been online dating, having sex with girls via Skype, and just generally sending and receiving nudes from a lot of different women our entire relationship. We'd been doing couples therapy and he's been doing individual therapy, and I was doing everything I could to keep us together. It seemed so strange after everything, but what finally did it for me was that he never bothered to get me anything for my birthday on the 28th of April. I asked him about it and he just said that because I had bought myself a new phone in March, because mine had completely stopped working, that he didn't think he needed to. Generally, I feel a lot better. However, I was just switching his phone off for the night as he'd fallen asleep and forgotten to do it, and as I was closing his tabs, I saw an email saying that he had had a reply on a dating site. I know I shouldn't have, but I looked through and he pretty much immediately joined like 5 different dating sites, and even paid for a couple. On one of them, a few hours after joining, he got reported for sexual harassment. He was just messaging everyone with "Hey sexy," "Hey hot stuff," and trying to meet up with them for sex. I know we aren't together anymore, but for some reason this feels like betrayal all over again. We are still living together currently as we haven't quite figured everything out yet, and for reasons I won't get into, it can't be widely known that we've split up. I feel sick to my stomach. I'm so sad and angry at him for doing this to me, for making me feel loved and safe, for planning a life and having kids with me, when it was all lie. I don't regret my children at all and I love them more than anything. I just hate that I had them with him. I don't know what I'm after here. I guess I just need people who understand to tell me I'm not crazy.
OP, there's not a lot to say here other than you should make sure that that bastard gives you child support. And the opinions that I was planning to say was pretty much summarized by this comment from Reddit user Moose Out My Window.
You can't and won't rationalize the way serial cheaters think and behave. Just know, it's not because of you or anything you've done, haven't done. You obviously have a loving soul and heart if you were even able to give him the gift of attempted reconciliation through therapy. You've now learned he is too far gone and not the man you fell in love with. Take some time for yourself. Find out who you really are now and what makes you happy. Time will heal your wounds and eventually that loving soul, heart of yours will be accepted by someone who reciprocates it fully.
Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my channels for you to watch absolutely free. So please consider subscribing to me on Rumble and on YouTube. Both will be linked in the description box down below. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, consider subscribing to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.